on this thought for a minute here. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Zeralath Immortal channel. So, as I have refined and curated my interests, my engagements, my time, the quality of content that I absorb, whether that be through books, podcasts, or otherwise, I feel that I notice who sounds like a variant spin on an old, understood, and accepted message, versus someone who is having the conversation that goes from level 1 to level 2, right? If you were listening to my stream this earlier dawn when I was driving into work, I was trying to explain how I hope to be more supportive, openly, in the proper way for the Temple of the White Dragon, the Black Earth Productions mystery school from Seth Gusboza, right? And, I'm a level 1 initiate in that mystery school, right? And I've been a level 1 initiate since 2018. Because New Age was already hitting that ceiling for me. Ares ahead of the game, right? I was into New Age for like a hot minute, until I saw what they were doing with the blending of attitudes in Eastern mysticism that I was trying to get away from, that were in Western religion, right? I was just looking at, it's just reskinning the culture. It's not asking anybody to change. It's just giving people a more comfortable narrative to pick up and continue to do what they wanted to do. And something for me personally felt very, very wrong with that on a soul level for what I was looking for, which I had to keep looking for that because it ran so deeply adjacent to the general conspiracy research I was in it for, right? Because I kind of rose up out of, 9/11 as an inside job and what the fuck happened in 1947 in the New Mexico desert. This is the woo world, right? What's up, Parsons? Temple of the White Dragon is transcendent of anything other than you're a human being, basically. But Temple of the White Dragon is all the great work of Sethicus himself, who does everything in English and uses archaic language such as Old Norse for various aspects of evocation. Hey, what's up, Corey? TPE. The Phoenix Enigma. Everybody go sub to my buddy Corey at the Phoenix Enigma. He's another amazing occultist, also big hardcore current events, keeping up with politics, calling it like he sees it, trying to keep America and the world in check and save what we love and build what we love of Western civilization. Good man. Can't say enough things. Corey, I hope you've watched my thingy on the Holy Mountain already, because, when Corey said what he said on the last stream about how South America was used as an experiment, for like mass murder and things like that. I'm like, fucking A. That is exactly what in occult narration the Holy Mountain is fucking showing you. You know, and showing you like this fucking alchemist, this wizard living amongst it. The only non-Christian you know, in the fucking story. Up until you start meeting everybody else. Right? So, yeah. You've known Corey for 8 years. Yeah. There you go. And, oh, yeah, let's give... Phoenix Enigma is managing moderator now. There we go. So anyway, yeah, so watch Jodorowsky's The Holy Mountain, which was his playtest for Dune, by the way. And then watch my breakdown if you don't want the spoiler, unless you've watched it already. I want feedback, Corey. I want to have a well, you should have me on the fucking show after you've at least watched the movie. You know, I'll drag Slick Dissident into it as well, because he co-pilots with me, because the Enneagram is basically the holy symbol of the film, right? That is the symbol that that binds everything together for the main characters, as each one sits in a position of the Enneagram. And so Slick is the foremost Enneagram expert in the public eye. And shout out Slick Dissident, my buddy Gabe. Love that man. He's a good man. Big heart. Big fucking heart. And Gabe is an example of a guy who, like, you'll hear all the foundational universal aspects, you know, guys like me, you know, the various aspects of, you know, it's like, for instance, a New Ager is unconditional love. And I'm just like, listen, it's conditional and it's unconditional. There's a time and a place for conditional love. And you have to change your fucking relationship to comprehend that. Because unconditional love is what gets you fucking crucified. Right? It's thinking that you can live in your narcissistic fantasies as long as you love everybody, because it would be impossible to make enemies. And it is so delusional that your friends need to be your fucking enemy just to fucking prepare you for the real thing. You know, as you're, you know, if you believe in unconditional love only, I may need to play your enemy. I may just have to be opponent to you, to give you a fucking hard time, because motherfucker, someone that you unconditionally love is about to kill you. And at the very least, I have your fucking attention, so your nervous system will know what to do, even if your fucking mind is in avoidance. This is why I don't like the New Age movement. I'm just like, God damn it, there is such an inner avoidance here that I don't like. Like, you know, it's like, why does everybody want to fucking go into a Buddhist, like, this is all Buddhism. I didn't want to fucking get into Eastern mysticism and be a Buddhist. I wanted to learn about the power. I wanted to learn about how the universe worked. I wanted to get closer to the ideas of the energy field and understand God better too. You know, understanding God. And I was just like, also, am I understanding the devil? And, you know, this is aspects of the journey. And everybody in New Age has their fucking narratives about this as well. Right? It's a field of safe talk that is it's altruistic. It's another kind of virtue signal. To put that out there in the field as stuff. Oh, what? Okay, hey there, Parsons. Lock your wife and dog in the trunk of your car, I'm sure. Come back 8 hours later. Who's ecstatic to see you? That's unconditional love. Well, Yeah. Precisely. You know, it's just like, look, I got an iguana, right? My iguana, like, I hold it, he's like butter, right? You know, and he's not necessarily like, oh my God, Steve's here. He's not, you know, he doesn't ever look excited to see me. But the thing is that I treat him in a way where he trusts me, right? And so life is good for him. And if I was a psychopath, I could just fucking wake up tomorrow and say, I wonder what it would be like to break your neck, right? And you know, we've seen horror films about psychopaths that act like this, that do this kind of thing. It breaks you know, everybody in a movie theater gasps when you see a fucking character sell it like that. And you're like, oh shit, right? You know, it's just like it slaughtered the innocent thing just like that, you know? I mean, fucking the remake of Halloween that Rob Zombie did. Like, Mike Myers is super sympathetic, in my opinion, until he kills Danny Trejo. When he killed Danny Trejo, a dude who unconditionally fucking loved him, just like that animal that he killed in the beginning, the psychopath slices the throat of the unconditional lover. That's the lesson. That's the lesson of the Halloween movies. That's the lesson of the Michael Myers character. This is why I went down pagan path. This is why I said, oh, look at this, warrior gods. Let me see why a war god is a good guy. Let me figure out the riddle of how is Ares, the big dick of Greek mythology, fucking waiting for mortals to slaughter each other. What the fuck? Right? And then you realize if you look at other fucking Martian and Aryan archetypes, it is like war and battle is largely a fucking allegory for more interesting fucking things. You know, this is what I've learned with my relationship with Tyr, whom I see in hindsight is what I was really looking for when I was interested in being a born-again Christian, because I was obsessed with the truth, and I said, if I worship Jesus, I am worshiping the truth. And it made me fucking fanatical a little bit. I was a bit of wanting to convert you. And I carried that into everything, and for a long, long time. It's a part of me that I had to kill in my personality. Because that was my unconditional love. And then what happens when you get this unconditional love, it just becomes your monotheism, and it becomes what you become fascist about as you juxtaposition yourself, right? I'm still going through my alienation isolation processes, you know, over being honest with my feelings. And that's what I gauge it on, being honest with my feelings. That's why I've cut off motherfuckers who I have scorned their fucking names, right? There's reasons why I've cut off, you know, Brandon Smith, and reasons why I've cut off fucking Benjamin Balderson. Fuck those people. Because there was a blind spot of love and an ideal for bringing fucking people together to do great things with their ideas. And to be a pillar and an example of men of good character that then got other people to get together, much like what Owen Benjamin was doing with the Bears. And I'm always on the fence with Owen. Always on the fence. Heart gets torn two ways. That's why I never ever fucking try to contact him. Because I feel like I would sabotage it. Right? Because it would have been different if I ever had gotten a hold of him fucking 6 years ago. It would have been way fucking different. Because he gets, you know, he lives right off of his emotional nervous system, and he will get super defensive empathic shields up. And I'm just like, he guards himself so well. So frustrating. But he's growing. And he's friends with some of my friends. So keep trucking. Keep trucking, Big Bear. Right? That's kind of my attitude. I'm okay never crossing paths. Because I choose to be friends with James True. Shout out James True. I fucking love James. Good, honorable man of character. Corey, if you don't care about people that talk shit about other people, have James True on your show. Have him on. It'd be fun. He's an interesting guy. He will break down your ontological fucking universe on you, which is why people don't want to fucking talk to him. That's why some people don't want to talk to me, because I do the same fucking thing. I fucking intrude on your Dasein with my ideas. Scorpio Ascendant with a Uranus. I am leading with a fucking revolution. But I only do that with myself because it's a sloppy, it's a retrograde. So I lead myself, and I only promote it if it fucking succeeds. You don't get to hear much about my failures. I just own them, but I don't advertise them. Thanks, Parsons. Okay, I still got time. So, the unconditional love attitude is probably the most pertinent, energetic aspect of everything on the New Age and the UFO cult spectrum that fucking kills me. Fucking kills me just on the whole attitude, the whole premise of the whole fucking thing. And now I try to think back to the fall of Rome. How the cultural shift really worked. What was actually happening. From what I understand, it was largely a mythology. A propaganda that Christians were being fed to the lions, like, because they were it's not that it's just like there happened to be a lot of Christian slaves. It was just slavery as usual. But it's like I fucking said, Christianity was invented for slaves, and the upper class politically caved in for posture. And the ultra elites, they do what they want anyway, and you never fucking saw a thing. Oh, and funny that you died tomorrow. It's just that it's all safe conversation. Nobody wants to get ultra hard on it, right? In those places, right? Like, there's numbers growing that appreciate this edgier kind of spiritual discipline, which is hyper independent, but also really, really interested in being connected. Temperature really fucking dropped in here. Ay, caramba. I'm gonna throw this nonsense on. Good. I see 5 watching. I only got 1 like this whole time. Where's my likes at, people? You've been here for a hot minute. I'm getting good comments. Should have at least 3 likes. This whole conversation's got me quite in an energy field. It's a bit cold, and I'm worked up because I'm really kicking it. Hey, look at that! I got 3 likes. Kick ass. Thank you. Oh, good, Corey. You're still here, so you heard every word I said. Good. Yeah, I just and the thing is with Christians, right, is that there's Christians that have a very new agey kind of attitude about things, but then of course there's fundamentalist type Christians, which they'll never change. They're still around. Almost every single kind of them that I can think of voted for, who cares, because the president is one fucking position for every of the 50 states. But they voted for all the neocon fucking senators and congressmen that we still have. And they're just the worst. They're the effing worst in all their attitudes and all their belligerent ignorances and everything else. And at the same time, because a great deal of them are work ethical men that are men, they are also, very armed and very, and very put off by all sorts of people that just ain't in the army of the Lord. And, the army of Odin's gonna have to deal with them eventually. Sad. I mean, it's up to them. I'm not fucking pulling any fucking triggers first. But with enough wisdom, this is all Sun Tzu. I just want to see more people transcending a lot of ancient established occult practices, right? You're reading these things to find certain principles and then comparing that to other things that you find that are within divine accord that we already know today, right? Numerology, the numerology within the magic is very important, so on and so forth, right? All of these things give you more profound metaphysical truths than just simple shit people get by meditating to be one with the great consciousness of God, right? Which then just gets you into a whole epistemological state of talking about the love of the universe and, and we're all the same and yada, 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 yada. And it's like, okay, great. You got to see the whole wide, broad brush stroke picture. Awesome. Now you need to fucking really dive in to the particulates and now try to encompass the whole of it all in all of its complicated parts, including seeing what belongs and what doesn't belong, and stop acting like everything in there fucking belongs, because that's the difference between people like me and New Agers. There are things in the ethers that do not belong here. There is an underworld And then there is all the realms of the anti-gods who I've been talking about, right? I've been making a lot of stinks as of late of this confusion between sky gods, earth gods, and anti-gods. Anti-gods are a different thing, and we didn't quite have a name for them, so they had to be kind of established, and they get lumped in with Jotun, right? In Norse mythos. So we just end up calling them Jotun when they're actually anomalies. They're anomaly powers that have the same relationship. They're in the same space using the same plasma in our experienced energetic reality of them. And I've had a little bit of interface with Loki, and trust me, people that think that there's a way with Loki are wrong. There is no way with Loki. So these anti-gods are these certain kind of things. Because, like, the reason why Loki's an anti-god is because of Loki's indifference to the whole concept of Ragnarok. We're used to, because of prophecies of doom and the evidence of doom in our past, that we are always stapled in doom cycles, because we have been in doom cycles, right? This is why I fucking am pissed off at Jason Breshears, because Jason and fucking Breshears and James True have so much fucking common ground on simulation theory that it hurts my fucking feelings. And fucking Archaics had to be a fucking bitch and fucking make up some fucking bullshit because he didn't want to fucking hurt his social credit score with fucking bears and fucking Alpha Vedic and all these motherfuckers. I like people of good character. I'm sorry. It's the way it is with me. I don't care if I have no influence. I will continue to be an influence of my authentic self. So, yeah, man. It takes a hell of a lot to hear somebody who's going to impress me at this point, because when you've done this much work, there's a high level of standard, right? And so I have a lot of deep time that I put into my study, my meditations, and everything else to come back with something big eventually to demonstrate here on this channel. Anyway, I could rant for a while, and I should really roll back to work. Dutch Vandelin, you got chunky. What is up with you, man? I don't know what's up with you. We're just going to make you go bye-bye because you know, sorry, not sorry. No, I'm not fucking sorry. Fuck you. Fuck is this shit? You know, it's not even that I was bothered by the comment. Like, if you were my chum and you said that, we'd just fucking laugh about it, right? Because I haven't gotten chunkier. I'm a fucking beast. I do what I do. I'm 178 pounds, motherfucker. But what I definitely don't want is just to hear that fucking kind of nonsense like it matters in a chat group when that's not even the tone of the conversation. If I call into a shit show, like my buddy Joker, who does like this whole like punk rock radio, like pirate radio shit, he's a funny man, he's an old man with brain damage, but he's got a lot of love and he tries to keep his shit together so he can do these cool live streams and everything else, right? And you know, like, I'll be on his show and that'll be me for having fun. That'll be pure fun. No, like, most people aren't going to understand half of this shit, but they do understand something about my attitude that they want to see in the world. And that's good too. They want my energy in the world. There's something they appreciate that they can't articulate. And I get that because of where I'm, and you know, and I don't need to be treated, and they don't treat me special, you know, other than in the sense of the appreciation of what I do, just being me and putting me out there so people can see what's up with, wow, what a guy out there, right? And that's an experience. I'm an experience for some people. That's kind of neat to know. Kind of drives me to hit the live stream button and make something that might be really, really, really fucking boring for other people that need to get entertained as I go off on a soliloquy. But I have had the best time. This has been fun. Thank you guys so fucking much. I'll try to get around to a box saga thing as soon as I can. You should check out my episode of the Greyhorn Pagans podcast with Stein Fox. And if you want to get a tarot rune reading from me, it's $120 an hour. I do 60-minute sessions. I do 30-minute sessions also. So, you know, those are 80 for the 30-minute session. Tarot rune reading. Okay? All right. I'll catch you guys later. Oh, wait, I appreciate the depth of your insight and your decided ability to explore this world and our place in it. Wow, thank you, Corey. Wow. That's getting pinned. That's getting pinned. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good night.